So,
Are you saying you stand
ready?
around?
Okay. So let's talk about some of the blood vessels, the major blood vessels. This is the heart, okay, and this is the pulmonary trunk that's coming from the right ventricle, okay. This is the superior vena cava, and how did I know that? Because it's going up, that's number one, and it's going to the right atrium. So you can differentiate between those two. This is the superior vena cava, and the superior vena cava will bring the blood to the right atrium, as we mentioned before. And this is the inferior vena cava. They just cut it, but it's going all the way. You see part of it here. That's going to bring the blood from the lower half of the body. Anything that's under the heart will go to the right atrium through the inferior vena cava. Here's the inferior vena cava, superior vena cava. This is the aorta, and the aorta is going to divide into. This is the brachiocephalic trunk. That will give you, as we mentioned there, that will give you the common carotid, right common carotid that's going all the way. And then you have the right subclavian that's going laterally. On the left side, you see the left common carotid coming directly from the aorta. There is no trunk here. And you see the left subclavian that's going here. When we come to the veins, it's different. Both sides, you have the brachiocephalic trunk. In the arteries, we said only the right side. Brachiocephalic trunk is going to divide into right common carotid and right subclavian, but the left side, left common carotid and left subclavian will come directly from the aorta. When we come to the veins, both of them will give you the brachiocephalic trunk. Right brachiocephalic trunk, left brachiocephalic trunk. That will give you right subclavian, and instead of right common carotid in the veins, it's a right jugular vein. Okay, so right brachiocephalic will divide into right subclavian, right jugular. Left brachiocephalic, same thing. Will give you the left subclavian and the left jugular. So the jugular, just like the common carotid, both of them are going to go up and supply the brain and the head with blood. If you go down here, this is the descending aorta. It's abdominal, and the part that's in the thorax is called thoracic aorta. The part that's in the abdomen until here, this is called the abdominal aorta, and this is the pelvic part, the final part, that's going to divide into two parts: right common iliac, left common iliac. Okay, and the common iliac are going to divide into external iliac and internal iliac. And this is the last thing that we need to know here. Here's again the final part of the aorta. It's going to divide into right common iliac, left common iliac. Will give you external iliac. Each one of the common iliac will give you external iliac that will continue to the upper limb, and the internal one that will go to the pelvic region. Same thing here. Here's the external, and here's the internal. And if you look at the inferior vena cava here, this is a renal vein. Renal artery should be underneath, but it's covered. And if you go to the end, it's going to divide same thing. Right and left common iliac veins, external and internal iliac veins. And that's it for the blood vessels.